Good morning and welcome to another episode of Dirt Cop Dual Sport. Today I'm riding over a mountain pass trying to get to the next town over and maybe enjoy a coffee or beer next to the river and just relax for the morning. But on my way over there I'd like to make a few stops and talk a little bit about a new philosophy I've been trying to live my life by that allows me to not only be happier in my life, but allows me to be more successful in my marriage and at work and in my creative activities. Now this is something called the theory of attachment. And the philosophy here is that you need to emotionally detach yourself from your preconceived expectations and desires and outcomes of the activities you're trying to pursue. Now, I'm going to make a few stops along the way and explain it a little bit more and show you some examples from my life and this ride. For example, if I expected and I was emotionally attached to the outcome of me riding up here straight without having any sort of obstacles or detours, I would have come out very disappointed because I only got up here a little ways and there was a grader out in front of me. So I turned off on this little road to allow it to get ahead of me, and I got to see this beautiful area with these flowers all around me and a beautiful creek behind me. And if I had been emotionally invested and keep going, I could have just pulled off to the side of the road, been mad, been disappointed in the ride, but instead I saw this as an opportunity for me to expand on this video and make it better. Now, I'm going to hop back on my bike and hopefully that grader's got far enough ahead of me to where I can get around it, but we'll just have to see. So before I even took off on this ride, I asked myself, what kind of value am I adding by making a video about the law of detachment? Well, I'm assuming that the people that are watching my channel are a lot like me, and they have a lot of expectations and goals and places to go that they see themselves, and they have a set path that they view that's the only path that can take them to those goals. Now, by emotionally letting go of these kinds of things, you open yourself up to a lot more opportunities. So you might not get to the goal you planned on, but you might reach a different, better goal, or even a lesser goal, but that's still beneficial to you, or a goal you didn't even think of that's brought immense happiness and value to your life. So I just want to talk about this law of detachment and how it can help you with opportunities and help you with the happiness in your life. So I just wanted to stop and talk a little bit about my situation right now and how I'm applying the theory of detachment. So if I was super invested and I have to get over this road over here, that's the only way to go, that's the more scenic route, that's the easier route, I'd be sorely disappointed right now because there's a grader up there and I shouldn't be driving around it. The soil's so loose, it's pretty iffy on a motorcycle. Now, if I was emotionally invested, I would feel let down. I would feel sad. I might even feel angry about it. But since I have detached myself from the outcomes and have no expectations, I knew that there was another road that would get around it that may be slower and rougher and not offer as many views, but would still offer me more opportunities to film and even an opportunity to stop here and talk about the theory of detachment. So anyways, I'm gonna get going. Like I said, it's a slower road and I'm a busy man. Let's take a break to take in the view and think about some things, but something I should explain. I keep calling it the theory of detachment. If you're going to look more into it, it's actually known as the law of detachment. I've just been thinking of it as a theory in my own head because this is something I'm trying out in my life and I think other people should try out in their life, and it may not work for you, and honestly, it may not end up working for me, but right now it is, and I appreciate it. Man, I just hit a huge snow patch back there. I didn't think I was going to be able to get through it, but I just kept going. I trusted that maybe there'd be a spot there, that there would be people plowing through over the Memorial Day weekend, and I would be able to make it. And you know what? I was able to. But that just shows this ride is really testing my faith in the theory of detachment. But I kept going. I trusted that even though I couldn't control where the snow is, I did understand that there could have been people driving all weekend, and that could have been a huge trail for me. And I was right. If it didn't happen that way, well, there's endless possibilities for riding around here. I couldn't have been mad. That reminds me of one of the most important items of the theory of detachment, is that you need to release your desire to control things you cannot control. I can't control when the county comes out and grades this road. I can't control where the snow line is. I can only control what my actions are and how I feel about the results of those actions. On that note, let's get going. Well, this is the end of it for this road, but I might have another trick up my sleeve. Well, it looks like I've been denied another path to the top of this pass. Maybe I just have to turn around or find a different route or do something different today. But I'm going to take the opportunity I have stopped here to talk about another item on the list of things you need to do to follow the theory of detachment. And that is to just release the expectations that you have for other people and how they're going to react to you. You are in control of what you do, how hard you work, how much effort you put into your marriage. If you're making YouTube videos like me, you are in control of what kind of videos you're making, the amount of time you go into practicing and honing your skill, not just writing, but filming and editing. But what you don't have control of is how people are going to react to those things. Now, as long as you're putting work into and effort into your marriage and your job, you're probably going to be sitting pretty. You're going to do, people are going to recognize that. But you can't expect them to. Like, they're not always going to tell you what a good job you're doing. But you know that you're doing a good job. And you need to release that. Well, some animal just moved above me. You do need to release the expectation of how people are going to react to that. Like, people aren't going to be patting you on your back. People aren't going to be telling you what a good job you're doing at work. You just have to do your good job because that's what you do. And same with your marriage. You're going to put in effort into your marriage. You're going to do everything you can to be a good husband and a good wife. And you can't control the way that your spouse reacts to that. There's things in the background you might not be thinking of when you do something nice or you go the extra mile. Like, going the extra mile one day isn't going to make up for months of resentment or you just not being great the last few months. Like, the theory of detachment would have you release the expectations from people and how they're going to react to what you're doing and allow yourself become better. And as you do become better, your marriage, your job, your YouTube channel will get better. How people react to that is probably going to be the way you want them to react to that. But you need to release those expectations and not expect things to just happen like that. Well, I'm on this nice little single track, something I've kind of wanted to ride for a while. I wish I could do the whole thing. I was hoping since I'm on the sunny side of this hill that it would allow me to get all the way through, but snow's blocking me. I do have one more thing. I can't do the pass. I can't get to where I'm going to, but I am going to take a little detour off, go see a nice creek, sit down, relax, talk to you guys, have a cup of coffee. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to hop on my bike and we'll get a little single track action going on. Now, the theory of detachment is an incredible tool for someone who has hit rock bottom in their life, because you can release the attachment you had to the person you were that hit rock bottom. You're no longer a loser, you're no longer a failure. You are now free to be whatever you want. You can pursue whatever you want. You can go out to the world and conquer it from that spot on rock bottom, because at that point you have nothing to lose. So what would be the point of holding on to what once was? Started this ride, I was hoping I'd end up sipping coffee next to a river, and although it's not the same place, I got the idea right. Now, I want to add one more bit about the law or the theory of detachment, is that if you focus on what you want and the path you want to take to get to that thing that you want, you're going to end up strangling the outcome. You're going to be trying too hard. The people around you are going to feel that you're trying too hard, and they're going to sense some desperation from you. And the things you want, the things you need, are no longer going to be available to you. And as you're attached to these pathways and outcomes, you're going to be missing lots of opportunities that are outside of that path and not exactly where you want to be. When I left today, I wasn't going to take a stuffed fox with me. I was going to be a guy on a bike riding in the wilderness. My son came up to me and he said, "Dad, it's your turn to babysit Whiskers." Now, he did tell me this a couple of days ago that I'd be watching Whiskers on Tuesday, so got me, buddy. So instead of just saying, yes, I can watch Whiskers and then leaving Whiskers at home while I went riding, I saw an opportunity not only to delight my son by taking his little guy on a little adventure of his own, but to make my video just a little bit more special by having this guy with. Now, if you're like on the ropes, if you're feeling anxiety and you feel like you're not in a place that you want to be in life, or with your career, or your marriage, or with just your YouTube channel, you should look into the law of detachment, because you will start seeing results. And at the very least, you're going to be happier, because if you're disappointed with your videos, the outcome of it, you can say, you know what? I don't have to be disappointed. I can't make people watch my video on YouTube. The only thing I can do is make a good video. And if you are secure in your skills in making videos, then you have nothing to feel ashamed about. You don't control the logarithm. You don't control people's viewing habits. You only control what you do, and that is to ride and make a video. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you feel like you're getting value, if you're enjoying these videos that I'm making, please feel free to like and subscribe. Every one of those counts. I'm a small YouTuber. I appreciate everything. If you have anything to say about what I'm talking about, if you have any ideas you'd like me to film or places you'd like me to go, please leave a comment below, and I'll do everything I can to not only do those things, I'll definitely respond to your comment, and I really appreciate everything you do. Now I'm just going to finish my coffee and head home. Thanks a lot for watching.